What I love about the organization Wishes for Warriors is they are going out there and they're finding guys who truly deserve a break. They have put in so much time and they have sacrificed so much. So in my book, well, this is the least I could do.
Because that's the biggest thing you miss when you get out is having your boy by your side. So what we're doing is we're trying to build a family for these guys, and so that they have somebody to lean on, they have somebody to call, and we'll put these guys together. And now I see them, you know, guys that used to struggle and used to go through hard times, now they're stepping up and guys are being able to lean on them.
As Americans, we fully understand the price that's paid for our freedom, and we understand the magnitude of the sacrifices made by the men and women who serve for that freedom we love and cherish. This week, we share our adventure with a few guys from the Wishes for Warriors Foundation.
I've always absolutely loved to go fishing, but what makes fishing so much fun to me? Well, that is probably bringing other people along. It makes it so enjoyable and you have so much fun. And on this trip, well, I was so lucky because I was bringing some of the guys from Wishes for Warriors out with me, and we weren't doing just any kind of fishing. We were going after spoonbill with Rusty, Pritchard, and Pritchard's Guide Service.
I've only been out for just a few minutes, got another awesome one on, so.
And I've had the privilege to fish with Rusty before, and we had an absolute blast. The last time I was out a couple of years ago, well, it was non-stop action. And it was so much fun, and I thought this time, I've got to bring people with me. So I brought a couple of the guys from Wishes for Warriors, along with Brian Marshall, who started Wishes for Warriors, and we had a blast together, literally reeling in one big spoonbill after another. Now, the way the law works with spoonbills is you can go out there and you can catch them all day. But if you decide to keep one, then you're done. So I decided this is gonna be all catch and release. I wanted to go after these fish. I wanted to catch fish all day, and that's exactly what we did. What I love about the organization Wishes for Warriors is they are going out there and they're finding guys who truly deserve a break. They have put in so much time and they have sacrificed so much. So in my book, well, this is the least I could do.
Millions of citizens join the military, not just for the pride of our country, but for the love of our country. These men and women return from war, mentally or physically wounded, only to be judged by society. Wishes for Warriors is here to change that stigma. It's time to prove that there is life after war. Their mission statement is simple: U.S. veterans are not forgotten.
I founded Wishes for Warriors after losing my best friend in Iraq. Lewis, he joined the Army and I joined the Marine Corps. From that point on, we both went our separate ways, and we talked a little bit back and forth on the phone because he deployed immediately to Iraq and I was going to be there at the same time as him. He got hit within hours of being on the ground and was killed. And so from that point on, I always knew I wanted to do something. I wanted to get back. And once I got a little bit older and more mature, I started seeing the men and women coming back and kind of the things they were going through. You know, some of these guys were just sitting there rotting away, and I always knew I wanted to give back. So one day I was actually on a pig hunt up in NorCal with a good buddy of mine, and I was like, why don't I have a vet here? You know, I'm the kind of person I would much rather watch somebody shoot something for the first time, you know, and harvest an animal or accomplish a goal of theirs And I love being there for that. So it was kind of a no-brainer when I started putting it all together, and had a lot of good support and a lot of people backing me wanting to do it, and here we are 2 years later.
Yeah!
This segment was brought to you by Sportsman's Alliance. Our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know hunters and target shooters have paid $6.8 billion in excise taxes since the inception of the Pittman-Robertson Act of 1937? This was a self-imposed tax by sportsmen to fund direct conservation efforts across the country. Just another fun fact showing how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. So a lot of people wonder, so what is it about spoonbill that makes it so much fun? Well, I am here to tell you, when you go spoonbill fishing, it is one fish after another. It is so much fun because it is constant action. Now with spoonbills, well, how you're really doing it is you're going out there and you're snagging them. Spoonbill do not eat anything but plankton, so you cannot catch them on a hook.
Woohoo! Nice work.
You need to go out there and snag them. And just to snag them, well, you probably think, well, there's not a lot of technique to snagging. That couldn't be further from the truth. Rusty has got it down. We will watch other boats, and they're hardly bringing any spoonbills in. And we are bringing one fish in after another. We're having just a blast. Now, the group I got to bring, we couldn't have had a better group. It was myself, Jared, Brian, and Brian. And we were out there just reeling the spoonbills in left and right. We were catching some monsters. And yeah, there was a little bit of a learning curve because we hooked up and all of a sudden Brian's like, I don't know if I can get it in, and we had his arm lock up on the rod. That's okay. It was so much fun. We had so many laughs along the way, and overall, well, spoonbill fishing is probably one of my favorite things to do because it's action-packed, you've got beautiful weather, and we were with great friends.
Am I getting trumped really bad or what?
As Americans, we fully understand the price that's paid for our freedom. And we understand the magnitude of the sacrifices made by the men and women who serve for that freedom we love and cherish. And we understand the importance of giving back. This week, we share our adventure with a few guys from the Wishes for Warriors Foundation. These guys love the outdoors and are ready for the fight. Wishes founder Brian Marshall is along for this fishing trip. And he explains why the Wishes for Warriors Foundation is so important and what it means to him.
Good job, buddy.
Wishes for Warriors does for combat vets, it builds a brotherhood, like a camaraderie. You know, I could send a guy anywhere in the world on an adventure, that's no problem. But to build the bond with other veterans and bringing the brotherhood back, because that's the biggest thing you miss when you get out is having your boy by your side. So what we're doing is we're trying to build a family for these guys, and so that they have somebody to lean on, they have somebody to call, and we'll put these guys together. And now I see them, you know, guys that used to struggle and used to go through hard times, now they're stepping up and guys are being able to lean on them. So it's just a growing effect. It's almost like that pond in the ripple, you know, you help out a couple and they're helping out a couple. Within 2 years, and we have this unbelievable networking system of vets that are now healed and now helping heal. All right, drop the flag. Get a group on real quick.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, look at this.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by hard-hitting Easton Arrows, Golden Triangle Whitetail, Winchester, the American legend, National Deer Alliance, HHA Sports, the leader in single pin technology, Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry Technology Plus. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Convergent Hunting Solutions, where experience, innovation, and passion meet. Spy Point Trail Cameras. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories. We're back into the action down in Oklahoma, spoonbill fishing with the guys from Wishes for Warriors. Rusty from Pritchard's Guide Service knows how to get his clients hooked up. Spoonbill eat plankton, so the only way you can catch them is by snagging. This method of fishing is not for the weak. Hard work and constant hook sets are a must. Beautiful weather and lady luck is definitely shining down on our crew.
When you're out spoonbill fishing, well, you're going out in a boat. You've got 3, 4 people tossing out rods, and you're just putting it out there and you're just jerking it back as hard as you can. And all of a sudden, you will just hook up and it is game on. Look at the size of this one. Now, there were 4 of us out here on this trip. It was Brian, myself, Jared, and another Brian. So we had 4 people fishing, and there were times when we had doubles, when we had triples on, and that makes it so much fun. And honestly, if you're gonna go out and you wanna do this, you need to go with the right people. Now, I'm a Minnesota girl who absolutely loves fishing, but this was something totally new to me. So for me, well, I wanted to surround myself with people who knew exactly what they were doing. And Rusty Pritchard absolutely knows his stuff. He is one of the premier guides out there, and we were fishing in Oklahoma, and it was truly amazing. This is awesome, these fish. We've got the current, we're fighting the boat. Some of them you catch and they come in nice and easy. This one wasn't too bad, but there's a huge big male. They're coming up river, going right there, and they're just pooling up in here. We've had so many spoonbills on. It has been just awesome. A beautiful day. We're all having a blast out here. I got another nice one down. Nice job. Yeah. Now for spoonbills, well, a lot of times people don't really think that they're a really great fish to eat, but they are. So Jared and Brian, they all decided to keep a spoonbill when we were done fishing. So they got their spoonbill and they had it, and we decided, okay, we're gonna clean it, we're gonna learn all about it. And Rusty was teaching us, and he actually said, now this caviar, it's the #2 caviar in the world. And he pulled out these fish eggs, and I thought, oh. So of course, being with a bunch of guys, they said, you've gotta try and eat it.
Mine had caviar in it. And some people gag more than others. I was smart enough not to swallow the fish eggs.
Take a bite. Take a bite.
I don't think I can do it. I think I'll throw up.
No, you're fine.
Then you guys will laugh at me.
That's fine.
I'll do it again.
You didn't even taste it. You didn't even taste it.
Very salty. I know you're supposed to do a lot more to caviar, but we were out there having fun, and it really was a fun end to the trip. So as far as I'm concerned, whether you're out in Belize doing fly fishing, up in Alaska, wherever it might be, fishing is awesome, but really it's the people you're with that's even better. So wrapping up this fishing trip, we had a blast, but the best part is, it wasn't over. We were gonna be headed to Kansas Elite Outfitters, and we were going after turkeys.
This segment, Melissa and the guys from Wishes for Warriors were fishing spoonbills with Rusty Pritchard and Pritchard's Guide Service. To book your spoonbill fishing adventure, visit RustyPritchardOutdoors.com and tell them Melissa sent you. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, the American legend. Matthews Archery. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. Garmin, enhance your outdoor adventures. Winchester, the American legend. S4 Gear. Binodock, what a cup holder should be. SCI, first for hunters. EOTech, transform your arsenal. Waterhole, create water sources that attract and hold wildlife. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. This segment was brought to you by SCI, protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation. Plan now to attend the 2019 Safari Club International Convention in Reno, January 9th through 12th. Register online at showsci.com. Melissa and the Wishes for Warriors crew are switching gears. They're in Kansas and revving up for chasing longbeards with Craig Kerstad of Kansas Elite Outfitters. The birds are strutting and the action is about to heat up. Melissa knows Kansas all too well and loves the state for turkey hunting. She's taken some amazing birds in the past and only expects the best for the Wishes crew.
Turkey hunting has always been a passion of mine, and on this trip, well, I had taken the guys from Wishes for Warriors out for a spoonbill trip in Oklahoma, and I thought, well, if we're going to be going out fishing, we've got to pair it with a little bit of hunting. We headed to Kansas with Kansas Elite Outfitters looking for a big turkey. Now, Jared, he had never shot a turkey before, and I was taking both Brians with me, so we all headed out, and we didn't have a lot of time. Unfortunately for us, we didn't find a turkey, but Jared was out there and he got right into the turkeys.
So happy right now. It's out there. Can't wait to go see him. First one, first turkey ever, and it was amazing, amazing feeling.
He had just a beautiful gobbler come in, made a fabulous shot, and you know what? He was just tickled pink to come back, tell us all about it, and now our trip was complete. He had a turkey, we had a wonderful spoonbill trip, so that was kind of a wrap for the guys with Wishes for Warriors. And you know what? If I could have put all my luck, Jared is such a wonderful person, and I was so happy for it.
Tip of the Week is brought to you by HHA Sports, the world's #1 selling single pin adjustable bow sight.
Now today I'm going to work on getting all my guns all sighted in. Now what I have is my turkey gun. I've got a 12 gauge 3.5-inch shells I'm going to be using in 5-shot. Now I've got the Longbeard XR, and what I'm going to actually test out today is seeing exactly what my patterns look like at different distances. Well, after a super productive day, well, I've got the results back and it is incredible. Now this is 20 yards, you can see, great. Now this is 30 yards. This is all with the 12 gauge, 3.5-inch 5-shot, the Longbeard XR. Great pattern at 30. Not until 40 did I even move up just a little bit, just to keep that pattern where I want it, just up the head, and as you can see, lots and lots of shots still in the turkey head. Now this is 50 yards. This is what most people would consider basically the end of their kill zone. The Longbeard XR doing amazing. You've got all these pellets at 50 yards. I'm shooting the 12 gauge. I've got the Invector choke that comes with the Winchester SX3. It's incredible. Now this is 60 yards. Still dead turkey, great shooting. Now of course I am shooting on a lead sled right now, but I'm doing that so that way I know exactly what this gun can do and I get everything set up. I've got an EOTech scope on the top. It is absolutely incredible. So from 60, now usually I would never want to shoot 70, but just in case you run into a situation where birds hang up, here you go at 70 yards. I've got 6 pellets in the head, incredible shooting, great patterns, and you know what? It used to be 50 yards, that was the end of it. Now, this is 70 yards, absolutely incredible. So overall, I had a beautiful day, got to have some fun at the range. Pork chops running around like crazy. We're having a great time out here today, and the Longbeard XR put it to the test. Couldn't be happier with the results.
This segment, Melissa and the guys from Wishes for Warriors were hunting with Craig Kerstad of Kansas Elite Outfitters. To book your Kansas turkey or whitetail hunting adventure, visit KansasEliteOutfitters.com and tell them Melissa sent you. Closed captioning is brought to you by Spy Point Trail Cameras. Stunning picture quality combined with leading cellular technology will keep you instantly in the loop right from your phone.